Welcome back, adventurers, to 2026. We hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We have so much installed for 2026 for Kooks Off Grid. We have something very special that we are working on that we're looking forward to sharing with everybody. We have trips planned, we have adventures planned, we have a lot that we want to do this year, and we're so excited. Yes, we are doing a build that we will share with you. We are in a setup right now that is not our own. We are well out of our comfort zone. Cruiser is having some very
difficulties.
Yeah, major issues right now. Hence the whole, we're in something completely different. We're driving a Ford Everest, and we are in a Jayco caravan that my mum and dad have kindly offered us so we can still go on adventures and so we are having some major cruiser issues, so this one is sitting it out,
which we'll go through later.
We will go through all of that later. We're still trying to figure all of that out, but anyway, welcome back. We're excited to be here. We're excited to share our adventures with you all, and we can't wait for what 2026 has in store for Kooks Off Grid.
Hope you're all getting some adventures.
But before we hit the road, of course,
we
have to set ourselves up.
We're off to a cracking start. Yeah, daddy. You're in a real four-wheel drive now.
And just when we thought we were out of the caravan game, here we are, back in the caravan game. We're doing the same old hookups, we're linking the same old chains, and making sure we've got power for our lights. Once we were hooked up, we took my mum and dad's setup home, we packed it up, and were faced with some torrential rains. This amount of rain should have been a pretty clear indication on how this trip was gonna go. So is it really a road trip unless you do a Macca's run? Because without that, then really, did the road trip even happen?
Did you pay for fuel?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not gonna rob the fuel.
So with Macca's in hand and we're full of fuel, we're ready to hit the highway. And of course Nala and Sarabi are coming with us. They're a part of our family.
What's my question?
Yeah, what's your question?
What's my question is why when we're driving along on long trips does everybody sit under 100 or 110, and then when somebody sees an overtaking lane, when we get close to the kilometre or the 300 metres, it's like everybody gets to the end.
So allow me to elaborate a little bit. When you're driving on a highway that is 110 kilometers and you're sitting on 80 kilometers an hour, that's enough to drive anybody crazy.
I will defeat you.
And when that one person in the front is driving that slow, it doesn't take long for everybody to catch up and be pretty close together. Tensions start to get high until you see that magical sign that says you can go around them. While everyone is having their own moment of celebration, it doesn't take long to realize that you suddenly find yourself in a race.
Oh no!
As the sweat starts to drip down Chris's brow, he knows he's got a challenge ahead of him. I'm offering refreshments and paper towel to dry his brow, but it's just not enough. There, taunting you, reminding you, you're running out of time. You're running out of time. If you don't get around this guy, you're going to be stuck here again. I'm offering Chris refreshments, but he keeps pushing them away. He's like, no, I've got a job to do, and I'm not going to finish until it's done. And then, out of nowhere, we managed to pull in front of car number 2. Yes, we're happy, we're excited. All to have a quick reality check to catch up to car number 1. No, we didn't get around car number 1. And then we all line up again and get ready to do it all again at the next overtaking lane. So while we continue to battle the Christmas holiday traffic, we are feeling pretty tired. And not to mention, we also have the 2 dogs in the back that like to just let it rip.
What's wrong?
Stink He farted. Robbie farted.
Did you fart, Kai?
No, Robbie.
Robbie did.
Even Nala had to come up for air. You know it's bad if the dog also needs a breather.
First night in our new setup, and because we obviously don't have the cruiser, the dogs have to sleep inside with us on the floor. And I had a very restful sleep.
Yeah, because we're up and down all night and all well. So that was a great sleep.
And I got up this morning to Sarabi sooking, and then she decided that she wanted to throw up on the floor. And I think last night Chris had them running around and they looked like they wanted to have squirty bum. I don't think they did though.
Just walk around like kangaroos.
No, that's another one.
So to make sure we didn't have the same event as last time in the cruiser in the Northern Territory, we pulled over to make sure that they were doing okay.
Go on, go up. Up. There we go. Good girl.
Even though during our regular stops they didn't show any obvious signs of squirty bum, that wasn't a risk that I was willing to take. I learnt my lesson from Northern Territory, and so
A quick stop at Coles
to get some rice to make sure that nothing eventuates.
Okay, so we're having a discussion about what is a recent sighting.
For a cassowary.
There was a sign back there and it said recent cassowary sighting, and then Chris was convinced that we're going to see...
It's within a couple of days to a week.
No, we saw the sign and then they were like, that's it. We're going to see a cassowary like right now. And they're darting around like that. And I said, you don't know that. It could have been done...
We're more likely to see that, but Amy then says, you never know. Could have been like weeks ago, a month ago.
Years ago.
Right?
Well, that would indicate not a recent sighting.
But a recent sighting can be
Days to weeks.
weeks ago.
No, days.
But then
it
Chris
says
has gone on to say that...
days to weeks.
No, you didn't say like 3 weeks ago. Like 3 is try. So I'm like, yeah, that's right. So from now on, we are going to say...
But I was getting
We're going to say like, oh, you know, just like try weeks ago. Quad weeks ago. I just saw
That's a month.
Yeah. Or try weeks ago, I saw a cassowary.
You said,
and that's acceptable for a recent sighting. But because I said
keep talking.
a couple of weeks ago, I feel
No. You know, you said weeks ago.
Or a month. So weeks.
Will you shut up?
Or a month. So then we had to Google. What is an acceptable recent sighting
And it
in
starts
the
and
terms
it
of
said
cassowary.
a recent sighting would indicate an immediate thing that is updated on pages, which can be days to weeks. It's not a month like you're stating. You're trying to say that it's 4 weeks.
I know, but I said
4 weeks to a month.
Weeks to a month.
But that's 2 weeks.
To a
week,
month.
Well, 1 week is a week.
That sign wasn't
Weeks is
nailed
2.
in.
And then if you're 3 or 4 weeks, you may as well not even be there. It's not a recent sighting.
No, but it's not quad. It doesn't count.
It's a month.
If I was to say it could have been try weeks ago, you probably would have gone, yeah, that's acceptable. That makes a lot of sense.
Window.
Oh,
Barry!
cassowary.
Knock that one in. There must have been another sighting around here somewhere.
We want to trick the tourists. When do you stop saying recent? Is it 2 weeks and after? Is it try weeks and after? Or do we let it go to the full hog of a quad?
And let's not go into just the other day, because I'm a bad.
Just the other day
I'm a
is
bad
a year
one for
ago,
that.
according to Chris. Oh, just the other day. Oh, you mean like when I turned 20?
No, you know, the other week.
So, as we agree to disagree on our recent cassowary sighting, we make it further to the far north Queensland, and a pretty good indication that you're in the FNQ during the wet season is clouds touching the mountains. So we finally made it to our friend's place just north of Cairns, and so did the rain. Nothing says welcome to a North Queensland wet season with pouring rain, but where these guys are set up is absolutely amazing. Set high up in the hills, in our opinion, Our friend's property has one of the best views getting around. They sit above the clouds, and at the first time we went here, it took our breath away. So the next time we came, we were bringing the drone. Sometimes when you're traveling, it isn't always about remote places with not a person in sight. Sometimes when you're traveling, you need to appreciate what it is that's around you. Sure, you might not be in remote Northern Territory or remote Western Australia, but nonetheless, these views are amazing, and you can't take this for granted. You can see the mountains making clouds. The people that live here are so privileged to be able to see that every day. Sure, they're in the wet season, but isn't it just beautiful?
This morning we're trying to decide what to do, because we obviously aren't in our setup and it has been torrential rain here in Cairns. There has been a cyclone forming in the Gulf, and there was also a low at Bowen.
That could have possibly turned into one. But...
yeah, that could turn into a cyclone. So the drive up through Townsville, all the sides of the roads were flooded. We didn't get a crazy amount of rain, but Townsville was definitely flooding. And we're in my mum and dad's car, we're in their van, and with our setup, we wouldn't even think twice. We would just be like, yep, let's do it. Where we're heading at our friend's property, they have 170 acres, and it is full off-grid rainforest. And to get into their property, it's like a
like 100
100 meters, but it's
meters?
not like it's not.
He made the driveway.
They made it themselves, so it's really cool. But obviously, with the weather and the mud and everything, we're unsure with the setup that we have. So today's been a bit of a like, oh, what's going to happen? Yeah, so we're going to be talking to our friends a bit more and monitoring the weather a little bit and just seeing.
But it looks to me, from what I saw this morning, it doesn't look like it's a cyclone. It looks like it's just a big front sitting here. Might be alright.
It could just be on us at the moment in Cairns.
Yeah, which I feel it is to a degree. But
and where we're going, it's further north of Cairns, and they had the low forming in the Gulf. So they're watching the weather, we're monitoring the weather, and we don't want to make any decisions and go, yep, we're good, and then the weather turns and then we're stuck. This is not what we're used to, and
well, we're not capable in this setup we have. We're not capable.
They're full off grid. There's no power. I mean, we bought a generator, but
sitting that out in the rain, or
it's just we're out of our comfort zone, which is really interesting. We're out of our comfort zone right now, so we're just trying to make the right decision here.
Yeah, it's not so much that, it's just the setup isn't. The setup we're in now is just a very, very limited and basic setup.
Yeah, but there is nothing wrong with basic at all. It's just, I mean, you guys,
it's not ideal.
You guys know what we do, and this is very different to what we do.
We have no max strikes. We've got no winch. We wouldn't be sufficient.
Oh, jeez, babe.
Sorry, Raider.
He's dancing in there. He's like, I got him.
Yeah, he probably did. I got him. Got him. You braked it.
That's what we're dealing with today. Obviously, we have traveled to far north Queensland during the wet season. It's always going to happen. We're always going to be faced with challenges if you decide to come up here during those times. And you know, we're dealing with a cyclone and a tropical low forming into a cyclone. So, you know, it's interesting times. It's good fun. We're in a setup that's not ours. We're trying to look after it, and we're a little bit out of our comfort zone.
So while we go backwards and forwards on what the right thing to do is, and phone calls to our friends, we eventually come up with a decision. We stay at our other friend's place a little bit longer, and then we start to make our move to head further north to our final destination to spend New Year's on 170 acres surrounded by rainforest, which was definitely the right call to make. The rain subsided and we had a window to get up there without any sort of problems. And so the drive into our friend's property started. And we did say that they built this driveway all by themselves. When we first came here, you couldn't even drive a car and a caravan in. So to come back and be able to do this is some definite progress.
Tight on that tree. Tight on that tree. Yeah, he'll have to come up. Oh, it was this one here.
No, I got that.
Yeah, you've got it. That was close.
We were so happy to have made it to our friend's property without getting bogged, without getting flooded in anywhere, and we were just so happy to be here. So the car rolled in and I'm like, no problem, stop filming. And then it started to slide backwards. All of that, and I just missed it. So with some car Tetris and some just conversations about where to put it and how to sit it and where is the best place so it doesn't slide again were had. We maneuvered it in and then we were safely parked up, ready to celebrate New Year's with our North Queensland family. So once we were all set up, the kids were so keen to get playing. And what is more fun than an Aussie slip and slide in the rain?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
That is very bright. Luckily I have my sunnies on.
Yeah.
So was that?
Happy New Year. New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, he's not well. There's a fire.
So after some bringing in New Year celebrations and some glow stick nighttime dancing, it was about time we get the kids to bed because we have some fun to have tomorrow. And really it wouldn't be an adventure with these guys without some water and a rope swing.
I don't know if I got that whole thing. Oh, big dog! Big dog!
Why do they always splash me?
Oh! Did you get that? The tree?
No, I missed it. Go under, Mum.
For whatever reason, I seem to have a really hard time committing to cold water.
Mum, I'm filming.
Chris, on the other hand, has no issues. So for me, it takes some persuading to actually do it. Is that?
Yeah, go on under. Go on quick.
I'll go like
Go, Mum, commit. You can do it. Go, Mum. Go, Mum. Go. For the gram. Go for the gram. For the gram. Come on, Mum. For the gram. Come on. For the tube.
As we came back from our creek swim, I thought that I would show you around this 170-acre off-grid property. I'm going to show you a few snippets of some things that I find interesting. So when you're in far north Queensland during the wet season, everything is green, like very green. Sure, the clouds might be dark and overcast, but there's something beautiful about being up here. Living off-grid turns everyday life into full-time camping, and simplicity becomes the luxury. When your kitchen is a fire pit, you learn what living simply really means. When cast iron pots and pans hang in the breeze and meals are cooked by the fire, you realise home isn't a house, It's a feeling. Timber shelves milled from trees on this very property give the kitchen a personal touch. Cut by hand, milled with care, and built to last. You're probably wondering, what about water? No taps, no worries. Rainforest creeks flow year round, off-grid, but never off water. Somehow, off-grid living turns even a composting long drop into something out of a fairy tale. Makes you feel pretty relaxed when you need to, you know. When it's time to heat bath water for their young daughters, creativity takes the cake. Upcycling, our old hot water unit warms in the fire and flows straight into the bath, turning bath time into a tranquil ritual.
Well, I reckon it's 50-50 because
I think it's going to be good.
We all share our last meal together. As the rain starts to set in, we bunker down for the night. And it was time for us to leave the next day. But the next day had other things in mind. And all of a sudden, this tranquil rainforest had an element of scary to it.
I'm out this morning to check on the dogs as I normally do, and both dogs were gone. So we don't know if there was something through the night that spooked them. It's not like them to run away. They are not those kinds of dogs. They are very, very chill. You know, they've traveled with us heaps and heaps, and for them to just disappear is very out of character for them. So pretty much from the minute we got up until now, I don't even know what the time is, we've been searching for them, and we're surrounded by rainforest. It's just really, really thick scrub everywhere. And Sarabi came back, so we've been driving up and down the driveway. Oh, I thought I heard something. And just trying to hear for anything, and nothing. Like, it's just silence. The van is an absolute shambles today because we've just been dealing with other leaking van. This under the sink's been leaking, so all the stuff under there has to keep coming out, and then we have to dry everything and put it back. But yeah, Chris is off in the bushes searching for Nala this morning, and has been all morning and all day, so still no sign of her. We're really hoping that she comes back because, yeah, we just want her back. So, but yeah, don't know, but yeah, Chris is up in there because Sarabi came back down from around the car and then in here, and so we're like, well, she must have gone up. They've gone up, so that's what he's doing. He's gone for a walk to try and find her. This is 170 acres, so yeah, we're not feeling too good today.
Upon Sarabi's return, we gave her a thorough check over. And of course, she has leeches on her. Yes, where there's a rainforest, there's leeches. This is definitely not the sight that you want to see. Chris walking back alone. No Nala, no sign of her, and we've been calling out to her for ages. So we're starting to think that she's a little bit further than what we actually anticipate. And of course, in situations like this, sometimes you can't help and let your mind wander. And sometimes it's always the worst. Join us next week for Operation Nala, where we turn our search into overdrive.